Hey Caroline, how's it going? Having some stream problems. Having some experiment problems. I managed to get the multicolored one again, and then lost him promptly. I think I'm going to give up trying those experiments. They were challenging my laptop too much. Let me get my music back on. I don't know what to do exactly, how to play this. I've reloaded a different backup now. So I'm back online just after I collected a load of resources. And I've got a few resequence eggs that are all ready to hatch. So I should hatch them and just see what they actually look like and then reload. Yeah, let's do that first of all. I can't remember what these guys. I think this is just the white robot in his 3-meter state. It was gifted to me with perfect stats. He's 5 meters, so he's big. As big as I can get him at the moment. Green. What about this one? But this is Horny Lashes pink and purple. That is interesting. So what will happen when he when he becomes an adult? Do I need to go test that? That needs more time manipulation. You did a gorgeous baby. When you time jumped to adult, you went back to parents' colour. What about this one? Bomba Bomba. He's purple. Can't remember what I used to colour this guy. Kind of cool. I've also got some of my freighter, and I somehow managed to duplicate one. I've got rainbows, so I've got 2 more of these. Let's try and open these ones. These are also purple. He's identical then. What about this guy? One. Long range sensor. Give me a bug. Egg still developing. What does that mean? Something's bugged. Egg still developing. That's a bit weird. You think it's very glitchy with the time jumps? Yeah, probably. But how will we find out how it's done? Just letting it happen randomly and hoping for like a good result. I mean, that would take weeks and weeks and weeks. I seem to have a bugged egg. Doesn't want to hatch. Right, out of interest, I'm just going to simply reload. I'm going to reopen that egg and see if he's still purple and pink or if he changes colour. Because that's happened to me a few times where I've just reloaded and he hatches a different colour. And I might then try and time jump this particular save, make him an adult and see what happens then. Because this is the save I actually want to have, because it's got all my resources I went collecting. Right, so the question at the moment is he still purple and pink? He is. So what if I save the game and go forward in time? Oh shoot, did I want to do that? I can do that simply. So let me quit. I don't know how much of this I'm going to be doing, but I'm kind of curious for this particular guy. I have to go to Steam to make it offline, so it's going to make me restart Steam, unfortunately. And I'm going to go adjust my clock. Right, so we're now in March. Let's see what's happened to him as an adult. Is he still pink and purple? Has he gone to yellow and green? Or have we managed to get the rainbow one? This is a completely different save, so I don't know. But that colour, the pink and purple, is the one that seems to go multicoloured when I get an adult. I hope this doesn't make my stream crash again. For some reason, tabbing in and out and doing all this adjusting, every now and again it screws Streamlabs OBS up. And it stops me from being able to mute my microphone sometimes. And sometimes the stream just stops working. Anyway. I kind of still want to do experiments though, but I don't know how to do it in a more... There's also something really fascinating that I want to try, but again would be a lot of time manipulation, and that's what happens when you genetically engineer a baby. Baby grows up, you make an egg, and then genetically engineer that baby. It grows up, you make an egg, and then genetically engineer that baby. And if you could stack the various things and attributes, and if it makes a difference, the fact that you allow it to grow and breed and grow and breed and grow and breed. Right, moment of truth. He's just purple now. He doesn't even look purple and pink anymore. How big are you? 4.1 meters. So this doesn't... I don't know what this means. Oh, hold on. Now he's pure purple with purple eyes as well. Kind of doesn't make sense. Let me just try and reload natively, because that sometimes changes the colour at this stage as well. You've had it freeze your computer so that you had to unplug it and turn it off and restart it. Oh dear. It doesn't make well for streaming experiments really, does it? If we were to stop experimenting or stop time manipulating, then what could we do? Because basically you can't do the experiments without manipulating time really. Not properly anyway. Now he's purple and pink. So a simple reload, he went from all purple to purple pink. What? What about if I hatch that other one now? Will he be a baby? Now he's a... this one's a baby. Oh! What if we reload now? Or what if we go even further and see if we get both of them the same colour? Oh, that's kind of fascinating. So this is Dada. And this is Baby. Fascinatingly, Baby looks bigger than Dada at the moment. Right, I tell you what, let's go ahead a month in time. It should be easier now, because I'm offline in Steam. And then we've got two of them who will be adults, and let's see if they're both the same colour or if they change colours independently of one another. What did I say? I need to go ahead a month. We're going into April. Right, now April. I hope Steam doesn't crash. And let me load up the game again. I'm kind of frustrated that I've not been able to work out the exact mechanism of how we get this multicoloured creature. I've managed to make it happen 3 times, but I can't find any sense to it. I've not had it happen on any other than that one particular save file. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. Maybe we just have to let it happen naturally. But that takes weeks. I think it takes like weeks for it to naturally get from baby to adult. And another week to get from adult to elderly. And then you want to know what happens multi-generations down the line. Their babies, their babies' babies, their babies' babies' babies. Kind of fascinating. If we were to just do it legitimately, completely legitimately, it just takes... Well, you do an experiment and... Right. So now he's gone pure purple again, so I think that must be a bug. They're both pure purple. Last time I just reloaded and they changed to both purple and pink. Let's see if that does the same. I don't know what's happening now. If I was stopped to doing time manipulation, then what would I do? On which save file do I want to play from? I've got so many save files now. I've been backing up after various experiments. I don't know what my legit game is anymore. If I wasn't doing experiments, what would I do? I'd be collecting resources to do experiments. Now he's purple and pink again. And he's also purple and pink. Is that right? That didn't really tell us anything, did it? I think when he's pure purple, that's a glitch. I think this is probably what he's supposed to be. And interestingly, they've both ended up the same exact colour. I don't know. So what do we do? How do we... What do I want to do? If I was to do an experiment, I would want completely clean eggs. Resequence colours multiple times. Make them grow up to adults. Give them babies. Resequence colours multiple times. Rinse and repeat. And see generations down the line. But the thing is, we're not managing to replicate it. So it feels like it's an experiment that's not worth doing. If we don't do that experiment, what would we do instead? There's one thing I want to try, and that's sizing up generations and generations and generations. Right. So, if I was to change tack and do different experiments and was to do a size experiment, what do I need? I could go back to this save file while I've got these eggs. They've already been resequenced. I could make them go to adults, make them have fresh eggs, and then try and increase the size even further. That's a pure experiment. Is it worth doing that? The question is, do we want to keep experimenting or do we just give up experimenting? Experimenting is going to be lots of time manipulation still. I don't think there's any way around it other than manipulations. Either way, I need to load up a backup save. I need to work out which backup save. So let's get rid of this save. I'm going to reset the clock as well. I'm going to go back to the current day. I'm going to go to the backup save. So which backup do we want? Probably that post resources one. Egg hatching. I don't know which save is actually the most recent one. We're going to go with this one, I think. Bear with me, I'll just load it up. So the options are, you keep experimenting but start a different experiment. The colour experiments I'm feeling less inclined to because, I don't know, at the moment I just can't get it to work. There's a load of resources I wouldn't mind just going to collect and just trying to see what they do. Could do that. But again, oh, it's all experimented. I can't actually play the game without experimenting at the moment. It's a bit weird. If I was going to play without experimenting, what would I be doing? Probably searching for new features whilst collecting resources. One decision is, are we going to go experimenting or are we going to go collecting? Oh god, it's tough. I don't know what to do. Experiments I'm curious in. A very, very basic one is the colours of various specialised resources, which I don't actually have, so I'd have to go get them. This save I don't actually have. Maybe I shouldn't have loaded this save. Maybe I need the save where I've got fresh eggs. These are already resequenced. I don't know what I want to be my actual game file. Oh, it feels weird. This almost feels like it's not my save anymore. I've corrupted it with experimentation. I I want to get a load of these things, like the pulpy roots and all the rest of it. Actually, out of interest, let's just go see how many we would need to experiment properly. How much we would need to collect. There's all the trade items I want to test as well. I don't really want to do the test if somebody else is already doing it. If we were to take this one and put in this, so that does 100%. That does 65%. So you need like double this. That was just collecting one flower, so you need to collect 2 flowers to do 1 egg. You need to collect like 2 times 6. 12 flowers worth of pulpy root for 1 full set of experiments. If I try and do that now. Tell you what, let's just do, whilst we're here, let's try and colour this guy. Problem is, these are not fresh eggs. Might be corrupt. Whoa! Orange! Proper orange! Pulpy roots! Orange! That's really orange, isn't it? Have we seen really orange before? Wow, orange and yellow. What a colour. It's quite nice actually. Maybe we need to do that then. So what I really want then is a save with fresh eggs. Is that true? I want a save with fresh eggs and loads of resources. Do I have a save with fresh eggs? So let me go, I'm going to see if I've got a save with fresh eggs. I hope I have, but I don't know. I think I've got a save with fresh eggs but no resources, but we might have to do that. We might have to get a save with fresh eggs, no resources, then go get all the resources. So let me have a look, see what save. I've got post resources, I've got pre-egg hatching, pre-gene editing. Right, let's try pre-gene editing and see. I'm hoping that's fresh eggs. I don't know if it's going to be sick, but let's try it. Too many backup saves. I need to make one of these backup saves my actual save and then progress from there. Let's see what this one is. That was a beautiful colour though. Orange with a yellow head with pulpy roots. So what I might go and do, we'll have a look. If I've got a load of fresh eggs, what I might go do is go collect all the exotic resources that we've not tried out yet. And then we'll try that, the simple colour experiment with that. That's a kind of simple and easy experiment. Let me just try and work out which is the best save file to do it from. Have we seen orange before? Like that beautiful orange? I need to bring up the Discord where Big wrote that list. How do you see the pinned comment for this? Got orange anywhere? He's not got orange in his list, so maybe that's our first orange. That was a beautiful orange as well. One ingredient. Pulpy. Ooh, the other thing, before I set off and do all of this, I might want to just test one of the... Right, so let's just work out what the hell this save file is. So I've got a load of eggs. I've got this gifted egg, and I've got That's a fresh egg. Fresh egg. I've got 5 fresh eggs and a gifted egg, so maybe this is a good save. I don't have resources, that's what I don't have. Okay, so maybe we make this our save of saves. So we've got some fresh eggs to play with. I've still got this gifted egg, which we'll keep as a gift. And we can go collect a load of resources. I don't want to farm all the resources on a save that's not going to be my main save. So if we say this is my main save, the main resources we want to test are all the trading resources. To be honest, I probably want to go get a trade resource and just test out quickly what happens to see if it's even worth doing. Because if it doesn't even do anything, what we want to do is go to a space station and buy a few resources just randomly. And then I think we're just going to have to spend an hour or so going around collecting all the various resources we want to test. It takes quite a while actually. I need to organise stuff basically. I've got a load of crap everywhere. Right. What I want to do now is just get a couple of random of these things and just quickly test how much I need of them and whether it actually does anything. So it's these things I want. So let's say I buy a nice stack of everything. I don't even know how many of these various resources there are. There's loads of this kind of stuff. And there should be. I'm going to buy a whole stack of this one just in case you need lots of them. Right, so that's all I'm going to test for now. I'm just going to go back, see what happens with these things, and if it does do stuff, we'll go and work out and get bits of everything. You think you may start a spreadsheet to catalogue this so we can search by colouring resource? That'll be a good ultimate resource, won't it? On Google Sheets perhaps, and we can link it on the Discord for everybody to add to, or everybody to see. The other problem we've got is at the moment there's definite that robots seem to act differently than the mammals in terms of the colouring, and we're not really charting that at the moment. I didn't even test the pulpy roots with the robot. Done that. I didn't have enough of them. Right. What did I just do? I meant to go to the Nexus. Dang it. So I'm going to do a quick round of experiments with these items and then reload it. Just see if they actually do anything to the colours at least. Wow, this stuff. Look how much space it takes. Like, well, the thing is, I might only need one of them. I don't know how much of this stuff I need, so that's one of the things I want to test now. How much I need to change colours or change behaviour. You want to have enough so you can do 5 or 6 eggs worth of experimenting. Park the furthest possible way I could. It's going to take a long time. First of all, I want to check that all of them work, because bizarrely vortex cubes don't work, even though albumin pearls do. So let's just take one egg. So he's the best one because he shows the colours the best. So, how many of these does it need? 14 already overdoes it. It needs 3 for the full die, that's interesting. 11's not enough, so it does need a full stack of these. What about... What's the one that I bought loads of? The one I bought loads of isn't here. It's only these ones. Oh, crap. It doesn't work with all of them. I think these were the cheaper ones. Iridium occipital solvent. Let's have a quick look. So what did I get? So what's the difference between this and this? Other than that this is the expensive one. So these ones are yellow. Does that mean anything? These are all 5-dimensional. What about this one? This one doesn't work either. So it's only these two. So this one and this one doesn't work. What? Why? That just doesn't make sense. So out of those 4 items I could buy, 2 of them work, 2 of them don't. Let's just see if it actually does cause a colour change. But I don't understand why some of them work and some of them don't. Is there something that we can work out from all of that? Right, let's have a look at him. Which one did I use now? Purple and pink. I don't know if that might be his initial colour. It might not have done anything. Might have to try. Let me try the. I have another one of his. Wait. What? Did I have 2 of its eggs? Let's try this one as well then. Try this one this time. This might not be doing anything. Oh, it's definitely done something. Wow, what colour is that? Is that red and orange? I'm confused. Let's have a quick look in the menu. Kind of very... Yeah, it's red and orange. And this is red and purple. I don't know if that's actually worked, but it's definitely done something. Let me test again. Let's test on the mouse as well. Let's just see. So this is the mouse. So does this guy go orange with this one? Yeah, he's gone orange. Right, let me reload and we're just going to have another quick round of those experiment. So fascinatingly, out of those 4 tradable resources, only 2 of them work. And they seem to be the mid-tier ones. I wonder if that's consistent. Oh, that's going to be annoying. You're going to have to collect them all and just see which ones work and which ones don't. There's loads of them. But why does some work and some don't? That is weird, isn't it? How comes I've got 2 horny ashes legs? I didn't realise that. Kind of useful. Actually, before I do it, let me just hack them and see what their native colour is. There's purple and pink, so I'm wondering if one of them didn't do anything. This one purple and pink as well. Okay, so the native colour is purple and pink. Right, let me reload. The native colour is purple and pink. And we used one of the resource and it changed into orange and red. And we used one of the resource and it was still purple and pink. So what does that mean? I'm wondering if somehow I've got corrupted egg. I'm not 100% sure I remember how I've managed to get 2 horny lashes egg. Maybe I need to get rid of one of them. Let's pretend this one is corrupted. Oh crap, no, I don't want to open it. Oh, I've got rid of it now. Oh crap, I opened it. Let me reload again. Crap. I'm going to get rid of one of them and then just colour. We'll colour the. No, can't get rid of them. I'm going to colour them both orange, make sure they both change. That's what I'm going to do. Make sure that they are getting coloured and it's not that it's corrupted. So I need to do it once, make them both orange, and then I need to do it once, make them both purple, just to make sure that colour is consistent. But if that's true, one of the items is colouring and one of them is not. What does that mean? And two of the items aren't working. Experiment. Right, so let's do eat formula. Let's use, it was this one, wasn't it? I think. So hopefully this. Oh crap! How do I know if I hatched the right one? Resequenced. Okay, I need to do the one that's resequenced. Resequenced. Not resequenced. This one. It should be orange. It's orange. Orange and red. Right, let's do the other one. And this is either it should be orange or it's a corrupted egg. It is orange. Right. So now I'm going to try it again with that other resource, but that means one of the resources is turning them to orange and red, and one of them is doing nothing. Or it turns them to its natural colour, purple and red, which seems a bit unlikely. What are the chances that my default colour is the same as that one particular item? That's like super low odds. It might be. The other thing I should probably do whilst I'm here is just test it on the robot as well. The robot always gives a different colour. I think I've got enough of them, might as well do that. Right, so I want warning. This one. I think I've got enough to do all of them, so I might as well do all of them. The resequenced one. Might as well try it on the robot and the mouse. So this is one that we're not sure is actually doing anything. But the only problem is I haven't tested what the default colour of the robot is. Very fascinating though. Let's just do the robot anyway. Where's the robot? This one. Right, let's hatch all these bad boys. So, if it's consistent, it should be purple and red. But then we don't know if that's just not coloured or if that's the colour it gives. What? No, it's orange and red. What? Did I didn't use the wrong one, did I? Now I don't know what's going on. He's orange and red as well. Is this a bug? What's this guy? Is that orange? He's orange as well. The first time I did the resource, he turned out purple, and this time he's turned out orange. I don't know what's going on. That feels like a bug. These turn out pink. Is it pink? Or is that red? Looks very pink, doesn't it? What? Teal and pink. It looks more pink here. These have turned out completely orange. I don't know what's going on now. I don't want to go and collect all of these resources from everywhere, get them all stacked up, and then can't experiment with them or can't get conclusions. First of all, let's reload to get all of this crap. What happened then? For the first time I used the resource, it made them purple. The second time it made them orange. And there's two separate items and it's two exact same colours. Maybe I'm not supposed to be using this item's colour, but let me just see if they're the same colour now as their default. What? What? Their default colour is changing. What does that mean? This is before I manipulate them. And that one's the same now. What does that mean? Does that affect what the outcome colour is? I'm so confused now. I'm so confused. What is going on? Why are their defaults changing on reloads? Let's reload again and see what happens this time. Is that a thing? That the babies, default babies, have a random colour? And then the resequentizer will change the colour that it gives depending on the default? Oh my god, my mind is... How can you make sense of all of this? Let me try again. Right, baby. Is that a different colour now? He's orange now. He's still red and blue. He's now purple and... So I'm having different hatches. He's the same. Interestingly though, every time I load, these two are always the same as each other. Let's do it again. Let's just keep doing it until we see if there's a pattern. At the moment it seems to be alternating. Let's see if it's always the same two colours. The problem is there's no way that you're going to know what the default colour is plus what the resequentizer. I want to know if we ever get a different colour than those two. He's still the same, I think. Stay still. He's still red and blue. So he's changing, but this time he's the same as he was last time. What about you? Wait, he's different. No way. So they are rolling different as they hatch. They're rolling different as they hatch. What does that mean? I've now got a purple and I've got an orange one. And these are default colours, not resequenced ones. Oh my god, what? How do we make sense of this? And then, imagine I hadn't opened it and I went to colour this one and this one with the same item. Would they then resequence to different colours? Because their starting colour is different. So they're alternating between these two colours. Is that right? Or did we not have a yellow and green one as well? Or am I remembering something else? Let's do it again. I'm just going to keep doing this. We'll do this like 10 times and try and get a feel if... But we've now had both of them purple, both of them orange, one purple. I thought we had a yellow one at some point, but maybe I'm misremembering. Based on the probabilities of the genetic code. The problem is I can't remember exactly. These should be clean eggs from a first gen purple and pink person. So where's the orange coming from? Let's try again. But he's always the same colour, so that maybe that's just random. There used to be a oh my god, now he's green. Now he's completely different colour. What? That's a third colour. What colour are you going to be? Are you going to be green? Are you going to be purple? Are you going to be orange? What's the most likely? The most likely seems to be matching this. And he's blue. What? What is going on? The colours are random on birth. The colours are random on birth. Colours are random on birth. Okay. Right, I'm going to do it a few more times. We're going to see how many colours we get. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but we're going to use an item in the sequencer on these two guys. These two are the ones that are changing. And the most important thing is what colour it is after you resequenize them multiple times. Is that consistent? Or does that also change? Because then the whole concept of the resequenizer doing exactly what you think it's going to do is not going to be a thing. Right. He's purple and red again. And he's orange. We've now had purple, red, orange, yellow, blue. We've had 4 different colours. And interestingly, this guy's always the same colour. So one of our guys, we're getting multiple colours. Love the blue one, by the way. Wait, he's a different colour. He was red and blue. He's now yellow and something. The robot's changing colour as well. This is... can't see his colour very well. He's definitely not red anymore. He's yet like the yellowy blue kind of... What? And this guy, he's always been the same. Let me reload again. This is maddening. This is madness. So the colour is random on hatching. That's all we know. We don't know how many. But it's not always random. My mouse guy's always the same colour. My Megara's always a slightly different colour. My robot's been a different colour on occasion. Have a look. Mouse. Is that still orange? Sometimes he seems slightly lighter shades of orange, but he's always orange. He's red and blue again. So he's either been red and blue or blue and yellow. Only 2 colours. This guy's been like 4 different colours so far. This colour seems most common. Maybe they've got a weighted colour distribution. This guy's always been the same. That's a pure breed. And that's the same again. So purple and pink seems the most common. We're getting it different. I'm going to have to do it quite a few times because Maybe I need to do it like 100 times and chart it and work out. So, what can we infer from this? We can infer that there's maybe pure breeds or mixed breeds. These are all first gen, so, but default. This guy never changes. He just changed. That's not orange, is it? Is that orange? That's not orange. He just changed now? No, that is orange. He never seems to change. This guy changes once every other. No, that's different completely. That's red and orange. That's a third colour for the robot. Probabilities, yeah. What are the probabilities? He's now green and yellow again. What is fascinating is how often these two are similar and how often they're different. This colour seems the most common one. This guy's always the same. So we've got two that are always the same. We've got the robot that's changing occasionally, but we've had 3 different colours. We've got the Megara that's changing a lot. We've had 4 or 5 colours. 4 colours, isn't it? Let's do it again. I want to know if we ever get a different colour. We've had blue, we've had green and yellow, we've had orange and red, and we've had... What else did we have? Purple and pink. Purple and red. We've had 4 different variants of the Megara. 3 different variants of the robot. And 1 variant of the others. And then we need to go resequence them with the things as well. I'm just going to keep doing the same stuff until... Yeah, he's still the same. So he's always the same. He's changed 3 times so far. And that's back to the... This seems the heavily weighted cut. Is that right? Yeah, blue and red seems the most common. This guy, what are you now? So that's green and yellow. Is that green and yellow again? We've seen that kind of colour a few times. This guy's always the same. Purple and pink. Blue seems to be the least... Like, we've only had blue once. Do it again. Is this interesting to you guys, or is this boring? Should I stop streaming this? I find it fascinating. But how on earth we can make sense of this? What's going to be very important now is if the resequence colours also change. And this is on hatching. This is without... this is as babies. They tend to change as adults as well. Oh my god. The possibilities might just be endless. There might be no point to experiment, and you just have to take your luck. The problem is that it seems like you almost can't replicate it if it's so... Oh my god, he's different! He's always been the same, and now he's different. He's completely different. He's got a different body, and he's got different crystals. What? So he was the same, and then he's different. So they've still got a chance to be different. He's always been the same. He's the only one that's always been the same. That is fascinating. So, it seems they've got a colour which is very, very likely. They've got a colour that is extremely likely, but they still have a chance to be something different. And this guy's always been the same. And these were pure first-gen eggs. This is fascinating. Isn't it interesting? So look at the different variety we have just naturally. Then what more when you start to resequence it? Very fascinating, and also as I don't have to do it if you do it. I wonder if anybody else has stumbled upon this little bit of interesting mechanic. So he's the only one that's always been the same colour, but now I don't trust him to always be this colour, because this guy was always the same colour until that last round. Now he's back to being that colour. That is fascinating. That surprised me the most. And this guy most commonly is this colour, but I want to see if we get him blue again. We've only had the blue once. But it seems like they've got one really rare colour. Almost like maybe a 1 in 50 chance. Maybe it is like the S classes. And this is his most common colour. How many times will I have to do this before we would... You might have to do this like 1,000 times and just chart it out before you'd have actual statistical... Ain't nobody got time for that. Somebody needs to look... Yeah, we'll have to wait for Zane's guide when he'll probably have a waiting. But what... We've not even started to resequence it. I'm going to have to go resequence them and do exactly the same thing. That will take longer. This guy, again, the same. Red and blue, that's his dominant colour. Dominant colour. Dominant colour. Dominant colour. So we had all dominant colours then. No worries, Caroline. I'll see you in a bit. I don't know how long to do this for. Let's say I'll do it another 10 times. I'm fascinated if we can get a blue one again. I'm fascinated if we'll get a difference in the rainbow crystals other than the one that we already saw. Like, is there just like 1 or 2 options, or is there more options? He's green! Is that green? That is green. He's changed colour. That's the first time he's changed colour. Oh my god. All of them have a different... So that's a non-dominant version of him. What? That's the dominant version. That's the dominant version. That's the dominant version. That is the second dominant version. Is that true? He's more green now. Wasn't he more yellow before? That's green and yellow. Have a look at him. Green and yellow. Pink and... That is fascinating. So they've all now changed colour. One of them, I don't know how many times I've done it. I've done it maybe 10 times. One of them was 9 times the same colour and 1 time a different colour. That's fascinating. I'm going to have to repeat this whilst resequencing it many times. The possibilities are like mind-boggling. Right, game. It's green again. That's the non-dominant colour the second time. What are the chances of that in a row? Seems like really low. Is that pink? Pink or purple? That's a different colour. I don't think I've seen that colour on him before. So that's a third... That's a 4th colour with him. Pink. Did we see pink before? I don't think I saw pink before. That's his dominant colour. That's his dominant. So he's only changed once. And that's a different colour again. Is that white and yellow? That's not the same one as the last one that was green and yellow. So that's kind of a different colour variant, but still yellow. He's white and yellow. That's a. We've had. How many colours have we had with him? We've had in blue, we've had in purple, we've had in orange, we've had in yellow, we've had in green. 5 different colours. This is insane. And that seems like a rare one. We've not seen that before. Try again. Feels like I'm going to have to do it so many times just to get all the various possibilities. And this is before you even resequence them. So then what happens if the random roll would be a rare colour and you resequence it? Does that give you a different colour? So that's the next thing we're going to test after this. We have to do it so many times. He's back to being his dominant colour, which is orange. That's his dominant colour, red and blue. That's his dominant colour. That's also funny, is now I'm getting a load of dominant colours. Dominant. This can be another dominant sweep. Dominant sweep. That is also interesting. Add a reload with them all being dominant. That should be the most common outcome for all 6. I suppose it's not. Oh my goodness. The only reason to do all of this is to work out if you can somehow manipulate it to be exactly what you want. And I don't know how you can do that when there's so much randomness to it. Dominant, dominant, dominant. Dominant. Are we going to get another dominant sweep? So we had 2 dominant sweeps in a row. What does that mean? You know what this feels like? This feels like when you're reloading for ships landing at a trade post and you get A class, B class, C class or S class, and you just have a wave of ships and they're all C class, you have a wave of ships, whatever, and every now and again you're at an S class. It feels like that, which I guess it is. It's like balance of probabilities. Fascinating thing is how probable. He's yellow. That's a 3rd colour. Is that right? We've had him orange, we've had him green, and that's yellow. That's a non-dominant colour that we haven't seen before. That is fascinating. I wonder how many colours he could potentially be. What am I doing? I need to birth the others. That's his dominant, red and blue. That's his dominant. Dominant. But this is the one that's been most consistently the same. He's only ever once been different. But when he was different, he was completely different. Dominant. So we had 5 dominants, 1 surprise. The other thing I've not worked out, it seemed initially there was a secondary dominant which was more likely, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just dominant or random. Dominant, random. Is that possible? But some definitely have dominant much more often than others. So maybe when you make the egg, they get a random roll to how pure they are. Red! That's the first time we've got a red one! Oh my god. And the other thing is, we don't know what will happen when these become adults. Like, the other part of this experiment would be to make them all and then forward the time. It takes so long to do that. Because they seem to sometimes change. I smell pennies, welcome. No, we found more quirks. Just reloading ones that you haven't edited changes their colour. This one's just turned red. I've never had red before. What? What colour is that? Is that orange and purple? That's the first time we've had orange and purple, I think. Is that orange and purple? I think we have had orange before. Look at that. It's orange and purple. That's like a 6th variant of this guy. 6 different colours we've had. And he seems to have... He tends to have dual colours that can change independently of one another. And the other thing we haven't done, like, if I make these all adults, I kind of want to make these adults. How do I do that? If I were to make them adults, I would have to save, and then I would have to go forward in time and reload. Maybe we'll do that afterwards. Let me hack the other ones. He's changed. He's pink. This is a third variant of this guy. Pink crystals, and he's got a blue body. Non-dominant. This is madness. This is the dominant form. This is the most common colour that we get. Purple and red. And this is another variant. Blue and orange. We've not had that one before. But if I save now... I just don't want to screw up my save file now. So what I want to do, I want to see what these ones look as adults, because these are very... We've got multiple non-dominant ones, and I want to know if when they're adults, do they change colour? That's what I want to know. So we're going to do that now. The question is, how do I best do this? So this is the colours we got. So we've got a red mouse, we've got an orange and purple, we've got a purple and red. That's the dominant colour. These are all non-dominant. So these 4 are non-dominant. This is the dominant one. If I make another save now, go forward in time, we can have a look, and then I'll have to reload the initial backup. Yeah, okay, so I can do that. I'm going to save the game with these pets. We're going to exit the game, and we're going to go forward in time, and we're going to see what the adults look like if they change colour. Let me just double check. Is my Steam offline? Yeah, my Steam is offline. I'm just going to go forward a month in time. Hope that it doesn't break OBS again. This is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Right, loading up. Hopefully they're all going to be adults now. And the question is, have they changed colour from being babies to adults? And if so, what colour are they? And then, if that's the case, you're getting random colours as babies on a certain probability basis, and then it can change colour to an adult. And that's before you even resequence it. And then it's just too much. The possibilities are just too much. It's almost no point doing the experiment, because... And the next thing is, we need to keep resequencing the same egg with the same item again and again and again and again, and see if the resequencer gives consistent colour every time, or if it has a dominant and a non-dominant resequenced version. If that's the case, it's basically potluck, and there's no way to have a hope of realistically predicting exactly how to make what, which is also interesting. This is fascinating though. Right, moment of truth. I'm hoping they're all adults. They're not adult. They are adults? They are adults. This has changed. This is the same. This is the same. This is the same. But these were different colours, and now they're both the same colours. What does that mean? That's really... I don't know what that means. Oh god, that poses a different question altogether. Wait, what? He's a different colour now, isn't he? Purple and orange. No, purple and orange, that's what he is. Purple and orange. One of them changed going to an adult. What if that's random as well? What if going to an adult, from a babe to an adult, the change of colour is random? How do I reset this? Ah, I know. We're going to exit, we're going to go back to them as being babies, and we're going to see what colour they are. And then we'll go one more time forward. So I'm going to adjust my time back to current time. Reload. Oof. So what's going to be fascinating now is, are they going to be, the mouse is red, we get an orange and purple one, and we get a, I can't remember the other colour, but it was purple and red, wasn't it? Purple and red one. Or are they going to be different again? Have a look. I don't know how we come to any conclusion. The thing we know for certain, a purebred egg that hasn't been resequenced can hatch different colours on a spectrum of dominant to non-dominant, and some are much more dominant than others, but all of them have a chance to be different colours. Probably means they all have different chances to be different sizes. I can't be paying attention to their sizes. Maybe I should be paying attention to their sizes as well. Right, so they should be babies again. Are they hatched? They are hatched. Let's have a look. Babies. So these ones have changed to the same colour again. I don't understand what does that mean. It just feels like that was glitchy. Because this is our non-dominant colour. Now they're both the same. They're the same size. Right, I'm going to load up the backup save. We'll go back to before they hatch. I don't know that we can get any conclusions from that. I don't know. We'd have to do the same thing lots of times, which is just too much work. Right, just loading up the backup. Which one was the backup? Pre-egg hatching. Pre-gene editing, that's the one, isn't it? Right. We're going to go back up to before we hatch them. So to repeat, the only thing we know for certain is when you hatch, you've got a random chance between having a dominant to a non-dominant colour, and there could be lots of different colours. So I'm going to do the same thing a few more times just to see if we get any other freaky colours, and just to make sure it's still working as expected. And then we're going to go resequence them and do exactly the same thing and see if the resequence is consistent, or if the resequence also has a dominant and non-dominant variety. And if that's the case, I don't think there's going to be any way that you can realistically predict what you're going to create. And how this works with my multicoloured one that I've got, that is just fascinating. And do you know what? This is just first generation. You can then make all of these adults, make them produce eggs, and their next generation might have a whole other mechanic layer to it. Right. So back to them being unmodified, ready to hatch. Let's just do it. That's his dominant colour, orange. That's his dominant colour, red and blue. That is a non-dominant colour. What is that? Is that orange and purple again? No? Is that orange? What is that? Orange and yellow? Can't see the colour very well. Orange and green? Brown and green? I've never seen that colour before. That's a completely unique colour. Kind of a brown and green. Okay. Dominant. Dominant. Interesting. Okay. Reload. So that Megara, we've had about 6 or 7 different colours now. But one colour is much more likely to happen than all the others. I don't know if the individual separate colours have a different weighting. There's like a 5% chance of each of those ones. Like a 50% chance of your dominant one or something like that. Try again. What colour is that? That's not orange anymore, is it? Is it orange? Confusing me. It is orange. Okay, dominant colour. The other thing I should be looking at is bloody sizes. These always seems to be 3 meters. But that's his dominant. I wonder if dominant colour and dominant size is linked to each other. Should have been paying attention to size as well. I actually want them all look at size. Dominant. That's different. That's a 3rd or 4th variety of that. Orange crystals. Body looks the same though. So that's a non-dominant. I wonder if the non-dominant roles are equally weighted. Dominant. Dominant. Before we reload, let's double check the sizes then. So 3 meters, 2.9, 2.9. These always seem to have the same size. 1, 0.7. Orange crystals. That's kind of interesting. I'm not really paying attention to the moods as well. Seem to have the same mood there. Try again. I'll do this one more time and then we'll go start resequencing and trying. Because the very key question is, does resequencing lead to dominant and non-dominant varieties? Or not? Or is resequencing always blue? We had a blue one. That's the first time we've had a blue one. Is that blue or purple? Might be purple actually. Purple. Oh, we've not had a purple one before. The other thing I didn't notice, are they getting the same name? God, there's too many different options. You should be paying attention to all of this. That's a first done. We've got pink and blue. We've got a pink and blue. Have you ever belonged to a player civ before? Kind of. Well, yes, I have. I was a member of the Amino Hub for a long time. I mean, I still am, but they don't really have a hub application. They're not very active from an in-game point of view. I've got my own civilization, where a few of us hang out in the pits of Sprue, finding cool discoveries. In the Alexiceks Explorers Guild. But I haven't been to a member of any of the really big civilizations that are active. The robot looks real nice, yeah. Right. So, the conclusion after all of that is unbred, unsequenced egg have a random colour distribution, and there are some dominant versions and non-dominant versions. And it seems to me the non-dominant ones are possibly equally weighted. What number galaxy is that? It's number 250. Right, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to go resequence these, and then we hatch them, reload, resequence, hatch them, reload, lots of times, and see if they always are the same colour. The question is, what item do we use to colour them? I want to use one item, just consistently use the same item. I suppose it doesn't really matter. I want to use an item that we know the colour. So, this guy, what do we use? Let me just double check what we think uranium is. Easy one. I'm having a look on the Discord where we put a list of our colours and things. Uranium is purple green, okay. So we're going to use uranium as our test. Jesus Christ, that's far. It's easy to get here nowadays because you can just join one of our games, or people can take you here basically. It's actually quite easy to travel galaxies now. If you want to do it yourself, it's super easy now because you could put in coordinates for the center of every galaxy and just warp there and then jump to the next galaxy. You just keep doing it back and forth. It takes time, but it's totally doable. Right. That's the one that's resequenced. That one we're not going to do. We'll do all of these. Wait. Yeah. All of them we're going to do uranium. I hope I definitely have enough uranium, don't I? Problem is, this takes time, but we're gonna have to do this like 10 times, the exact same experiment, to get any kind of inkling if there's a dominant and non-dominant. Are you going to write your findings in a Reddit post? Possibly. I mean, there are other people doing these experiments. They'll definitely go on our Discord, what we're doing, and there are lots of people in the community that have access to like the game files and things. Oh, more. It is fascinating, but even though that I'm doing all this experimenting, like, the conclusions are very difficult to be 100% on because we're finding all these hidden mechanics. You got trapped in Hibbert with no way to get back. A little known fact, some people know, if you go through all galaxies, and there's 255 of them, you end up back in Euclid. So if you do get stuck in a galaxy, there's always a way back. These days, you can just join anyone's game and be in the galaxy they're in, so you can just join someone else who's in Euclid, and then put a base down, and then you've always got a teleport to Euclid. Do this one as well. Have I done them all yet? I've lost count. Right. Done, 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 not done, done. Just this one. Right, so this is going to be our first round. I'm going to have to do this at least 10 times, that's the annoying thing. So we're going to hatch them all. We need to see how like the colours are, and then eventually work out what's a dominant colour. That one's not one, this one. Oh my god, we got purple and yellow. That's kind of an interesting colour. That's uranium for you. We got purple and yellow again. We got, is that blue crystals? Blue crystals. We got pure purple. Is that right? Pure purple? Pure purple. And we got purple and yellow. So the question is, does this happen every time we do it? Let's reload, do it again, reload, do it again, reload, do it again. So they were all purple and yellow, apart from the robot that was pure purple. So it should be simple to find out. But we need to do it quite a few times just to make sure we're not just getting dominant rolls. And I think, at the moment it seems like it should be consistent. But we've already had an example when it wasn't consistent, so I think actually it won't be consistent. But the other thing is it could be dependent on the element that you used, which is another annoying thing. You only test one thing at once, I guess. You didn't want to have to wait through all those loading screens. The easiest way is just to join someone who's in the galaxy that you want to go visit. Right, there we go. So, stick with this. I kind of hope we get a change quickly so that we can be to know first that it does change. But this takes so long to do, though. Just this very simple aspect of this experiment, and it'd take me like 5 minutes. His crystals turned blue. What's going to be not frustrating, but a little bit slow us down is if it ends up being exactly the same as the last round, because you still don't necessarily know. Yeah, I'm going to say that purple is definitely the dominant colour of uranium, but the question is there any other colours? Or is there a chance for there to be other colours? I've got an inkling there might be, but the question is how likely that is. Right, round 2. Are they all resequenced? Yeah, okay, round 2. Purple and yellow, that's the same. Purple and yellow, that's the same. Blue, that's the same. Purple and yellow, that's the same. Pure purple. But that was exactly the same. So maybe it is consistent. But the very thing that started this all off was that we used 2 resources, or the same resource, and we got 2 different colours, which confused me. We're going to have to do this at least 3 more times, I reckon, just to see if it's like completely the same. Experiments. Chart I saw on Reddit said carbon equals red, antimatter white, sodium equals orange, and ammonia green. If you want to see the chart that we've done so far, you can click on my Discord link in chat and go to the pet section, and Big Pidge has written a list with all the different colours on so far that we've kind of gone through. There's quite a few there. What am I doing? Exactly the same. I'm just going to keep doing this until I've done it enough to know that it's always consistent. Maybe I chose the wrong element. Maybe uranium always is consistent. Maybe some elements are less consistent. I don't know. best one that I've managed to come up with. I ended up with a multicolored Megara, and it looks stunning, but we just don't know how we did it. But that's what I want to get ultimately. If I could choose to do something, I would make my creatures multicolored like that one ended up. But so far I've not been able to consistently make it happen. There's some randomness to it we don't understand. Right. If these are all the same again, it becomes more likely that uranium is just consistently modifying them, but I still don't feel 100% certain. Purple and yellow. Purple and yellow. Blue. Purple and yellow. All purple. So it's consistent at the moment. I'm going to try one more time. And then I might have to do it the same, but with that resource that didn't always do something. Because I don't understand why we had one resource that changed it one colour, and the exact same resource that changed it a different colour. Right, what else? Try it one more time. Right, last round of uranium, and then we're going to try the resource that was causing us to bother in the first place. I don't know if I've got enough of that resource, that's the problem. If this is all the same again, then we just have to assume that uranium is consistent. But it also means potentially you could just reload and hatch the native creature to get a certain colour. We didn't confirm that the adults are the same colour. Right, last chance. What are they? Purple and yellow. Purple and yellow. Blue crystals, so it looks like they're just the same. Yep. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So the uranium was consistent. It was also important to know. I'm going to try it with that other resource then that was causing us the issue initially. And if that ends up being consistent, then I don't know. The other thing is maybe that resource is just not colouring. And why I got different colours was because it was going back to its default roles. Maybe that's what. Let's see. The problem is I don't know that I've got enough of them. Oh, is this the save before I've got them? Save before I've got them. I need to go get them. So if you go buy these items from the space station. what was fascinating with these items is some of them worked and some of them didn't. And coming to think of it, the only logical reason I think that we had the result of different colours using that item is if that item wasn't affecting the colour at all, and the colour we were getting was the default random roll. Just found the colours table on Discord, it's very useful, yeah. We're still compiling it, so I wouldn't trust its accuracy 100% yet. But yeah, it's useful at the moment. What am I doing? I want to go shopping. So I use these wacky trade resources to do a colour change, and coming to think about it, it might just be that this is not doing anything. So we use these ones and these ones on that space, and this one didn't work, which is also fascinating. I need more room. Do this. Do this. This. No free slot. These ones I don't think work anyway. I'll just have one. I'll just have a couple there just to check that's definitely not working. Alright, let's go check these out then. So what I'm wondering is happening now. The only explanation I can think of is that these items are actually not affecting the colour, and actually what we're getting was the random default dominant and non-dominant colour roll. That would explain it. So I kind of hope I do this experiment now and we get a load of different colours, dominant and non-dominant again. And then we will have cracked at least this particular item's. But then it's just frustrating me, and then it's probably just a bug that we can use this item anyway. Possibly. We'll find out. Can't remember which item it was that we had the differences with. I want to use that one. Which one was it? Something tells me this more expensive one. Let's try the more expensive one. More expensive one. Cool. It's kind of fascinating what the outcome is going to be. Only using one of these, which is also interesting. Right, so this is first round using optical solvent. What colours do we get? Let's have a look. This is the mouse. Oh, what colour is that? That orange. See, that's what his default colour was. That was his default dominant colour. This is fascinating. Are they going to go back to their... That was his non-dominant colour. One of his non-dominant colours. That's for him a non-dominant colour. Orange and red. That's a non-dominant colour. Yellow crystals. And this one's orange and red again. So we've had 2 orange and red. The fascinating thing is, do we get orange and red again? Do we get yellow crystals again? God, what colour was the robot? I've already forgotten. It was a non-dominant colour. Let's have a look. We got orange and red twice. That's kind of confusing me. Because if it was a non-dominant role, you'd expect it not to be the same. Right, let's do it again. Exact same one. Question is, do we get the same outcome? If we get the same outcome, I'm slightly confused. We get a different outcome. Very confused. I don't think there's a way I'm not going to end up being confused. Have a look. Optical solvent. Optical solvent. Optical solvent. Oh, no. Optical solvent. Oof. This is hard work, this experimenting, I tell you. I still don't really know how we're going to be able to use all this data, really. Right, round 2. What have we got? So, this guy was orange. Still orange. That was his initial dominant colour. This guy was orange and red. Orange and red. This guy had yellow crystals. Yellow crystals. This guy was orange and red. Orange and red. This guy was, can't remember, pink and blue. So that was consistent, which confuses me. Welcome back, Caroline. We're still confused. We're so confused. The sequencing so far is being consistent, which doesn't explain how at one point I had an inconsistency. I might be using the wrong item. We'll try the other item in a bit. I'm going to do another round of exactly the same. See if we get any differences. What's fascinating is optical solvent, if it is consistent, we're getting yellow crystals, we're getting completely different robot colour, and we're getting orange and red, which is actually quite a nice colour. You too, you're confused as well, are you? Yeah, it's confusing. There's so many different variabilities. Right, we're going to do exact same. Optical solvent. I need to know if we're tool we ever get a different result. Problem is if we don't get a different result, it's just how many times you do it. But I think doing it a few times should be enough to have like one different result. I only need one different result to know that there's potential for there to be a difference. And the other thing is, like, in our colouring charts, you're going to have to note colouring for crystal creatures, the colouring for robot creatures, and the colouring for mammals, because it's all different. Which is also a bit frustrating, but it's like, you're doing all the work, you might as well get all the results. I don't know, there's just too much work to do. Hey Aoming, how are you today? Still doing experiments here. Right, let's have a look. So, should be orange. Is orange. Should be... is it blue and pink? Blue and pink. Should be orange. Orange. Should have yellow crystals. Yellow crystals. Should be orange. It's always been the same. I'm getting consistent results when I'm re-rolling now, which is slightly confusing. Right, let's do it again. I'm going to try the other item then, the other thing. Once we get it all on a spreadsheet, I'm sure I'll upload it. Yeah, it's just complex. There's so much different items. Who will win? Viper from Titanfall 2 versus the King Sentinel Walker. Who will win? I don't know, because I don't know Titanfall 2, so you're going to have to be the judge of that. You know both games. Who do you think will win? I'll say No Man's Sky, but I don't know. Right, we're going to try the other item now. I said the walker. Right. So the other one is this repairing iridium. Because it might be this was the one that I had the inconsistency with. I just can't remember now. So let's see. We'll do this another 3 rounds, let's say. Wish this didn't take so long, but quite long it takes. See, I was going to go collect all the resources, but there's no point doing these experiments until you kind of work out that the experiment's actually working. It's kind of what we're doing now. But the conclusion of everything I've done so far, I've been streaming like for 2 hours, and the only conclusion I've actually got is that the initial bog standard hatching has a random element with dominant and non-dominant colours. And so far, the sequencer is behaving itself and giving a consistent result. I seem to have music which would be fit for your walker battle. I wonder how hard it would be for someone to data mine a game for color algorithms. I'm sure if it can be done, Zane will do it. That's his kind of forte. Have I done all of them? I've done all of them. Let's go. So this was self-repairing iridium, round 1. What have we got? So now we got pink and blue again. So that's exactly the same as the other thing, which confuses me. Are you going to be orange? You're orange. Are you going to be orange? It's giving me exact same results. Are you going to have yellow crystals? Oh, it's orange. So now it's giving me exact same results as the optical saver. These two are identical. So what does that mean? Try again. Viper will win. What makes you say that? I think you're underestimating a Sentinel Walker. Goodness me. So I don't understand now, because now we've got 2 separate items that are giving me the exact same results. So what I'll have to do after this, we'll do this 3 times just to make sure we're getting a consistent result. And then I'm just going to have to go collect a few of these various trade items, because maybe they're all giving the same colour, in which case it feels like a bug. Like, well, I don't know. Why would it be? Why are they giving the same colour? But they are giving a different colour, so let's do Iridium again. Oh, this takes too long. There's only so much genetic experiments I'm going to be able to do though. I kind of want to get back exploring. Nice plot for a No Man's Sky comet. Are you familiar with Titans 2? I'm not familiar with that game. If this gives exactly the same result, we've got two items that are identical somehow. And then I'm wondering if these items shouldn't actually be used, and it's just a bug that we're able to use them. And what am I going to do if I get a different colour now? Then we're just totally confused. What do I hope for? Do I hope that they're the same? Probably. Blue and pink, again, consistent. Orange, consistent. Orange, consistent. Yellow crystals. So it seems it's consistent, but this and this are giving identical results, which is also very bizarre. I'm going to do it one last time just to make sure, and then we're going to get a load of different resources like this. Right. This is hard work, this experimenting. I feel like I almost don't need to do this experiment, but then I only did it twice, so not really enough really. But then it might just be that these items are slightly glitched, but they are making colour though, but it's just weird that they're the same colour. Last round, same thing. The other thing is I've not oh my god, because you could just resequence twice with the same colour. Oh my god, what if that does something different? I'm gonna have to try that one. I might have to resequence it twice with the same colour and see if it does anything different. Because that's another layer of complexity. I might do it with the uranium because I trust the uranium more. These I feel might be bugged slightly. It might just be that any of items that are like this are equal to each other. So what I'm saying is, what happens if I use the exact same item? Oh, we're going to do that next. We're going to do that next. Just to try it once. We'll only do it once though, just to see if we get any differences. I want to know if you resequence the same egg twice with the same item, if it changes anything. But let's have a look. What do we get? Is it consistent? Pink and blue, that's the same. Orange, it's the same. Orange and red, that's the same. Ooh. Yellow crystals, that's the same. Orange and red. Okay, so that's all being consistent. The only thing we don't understand really is we've got two different items giving the exact same results that are both trade items. We need more trade items that are acceptable and see if they give exact same colours. We've also found that some of the trade items don't work, and I've got 4 trade items and only 2 of them actually work. This last experiment I'm going to do now is I'm going to resequence the same eggs twice, the same items, and see if we get the same colours or if it somehow changes it. We'll use uranium. So uranium made everything purple and yellow. So what I want to know is if I do double uranium, will we have anything different? Right, back to uranium. You're updating the spreadsheet now. Okay, very good. Have you got a spreadsheet on a computer that you're doing? Is it? How are you doing a spreadsheet? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Uranium. I need to make sure I use the right item. I hope I've got enough uranium. 800 times 80 times 6 times 2. What's that? I've got some on my ship, I think. Quickly. Wait, is that done? Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to open them. We're going to sequence them a second time with uranium. Oh my god, what? Because then you could sequence them a second time with something else. Oh my god, possibilities are endless. Because I could sequence them the second time with uranium, expecting to get the same colours. But then what if you were to sequence it a second time with a different item? Then you might get a dominant, non-dominant variant. Oh my god, I'm going to have to test that as well. It's just never-ending testing. Because something tells me there is a generational difference. This is my first round, isn't it? I hope this is my first round. Right, we're going to do... Do I have one more to do? Yeah, this one. And Rasilva, welcome. How are you today? We're busy doing experiments still. Confusing ourselves more and more, but also finding out small little bits and bobs here and there. Right, so I've sequenced them all once. I'm going to sequence them all twice with the exact same item. Let's see if we end up with different stuff. So I need to pay attention now because I need to make sure I don't. I need to make sure I do right egg. Pay attention. Pay attention. Right. This one. I hope I've got some more uranium on my ship. I'm pretty sure I do. I'm running out of uranium. I need it. At the end of this round, the important question is, are they all still purple? And if they're not, something weird is happening. Did that one, did that one, this one. Oh, it didn't process. There we go. You wish Sean Murray would hold a live panel answering questions. Got a ton of questions. Would be nice actually, wouldn't it? Right, this one. What do you reckon? Do you reckon this is all going to be consistent now? I think this should be consistent. What will be fascinating is the second resequence of a secondary colour. I'm expecting this to be the same because it makes it a boring experiment. I only want to do this experiment once. Technically I should probably do it more than once, but there's only so much of this I can do. Right, are they purple? Purple and yellow, yeah. Purple and yellow. So resequencing them twice. Blue crystals, yeah, this is all as expected. So resequencing them twice with the uranium gave exactly the same results. So the next experiment is we could do uranium for the first round, and we could do one of the other things for the next round and see if we get any inconsistency. Problem is, that experiment I'll probably have to do a few times, because the question is, will this make a dominant and non-dominant chance for the hatching to have a different colour? And will it be between purple and orange, the dye tints? Let's have a look. We'll do a round of uranium and we'll do a round of the optical solvent, then hatch them. You would think, most likely, they should all be the same colour as the optical solvent, and that's the question. The only thing is, I just don't know if one round is going to be enough to tell us the answer. Right, so first round, uranium again. The other thing is, the other thing that you could do, but it just take forever to do, is you actually could birth these creatures, get them to lay an egg, and then resequence their eggs and see if it's transmitted generationally. God, the possibilities. That's just too much, but you could end up with some really unexpected result. I did just use uranium, didn't I? I hope my mind is kind of wandering now. I hope I'm doing this right. So I'm really curious if the second resequencing will give us an expected result or not. The thing is, I don't know how many times I have to do this to know for certain, because one round might not be enough. Right, so those are all done once, so now we're gonna redo them, but with, what do we go with? Let's go with the optical solvent then, which gave orange things before, so let's see what we end up with. I just need to make sure I use the right egg. Now I can't actually tell which one is been done already. So the question is, will they end up as the optical solvent result, or the uranium result, or a mixture? Or something different altogether? Oof. Have a look. Right, moment of truth. Problem is, this is just the first round, and if it's all as expected, that's just the dominant expectation, the highest likelihood. Let's have a look. So, on balance, I should say it should be optical solvent, so it should be orange. Orange, okay. Should be orange. Orange. Should have yellow crystals. Yellow crystals. Should have orange. That happened exactly as expected, which means What? Use the sequencer as being accurate. Which still doesn't explain how I once had a different result. Let's forget about that for now. I don't really want to do that experiment again. I'm bored with it. The question is now, firstly, this and this gave exactly the same results. Why is that? This and this we couldn't even use. Why is that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a stack of this, stack of this. We're going to go around, we're going to get some more of these trade items, and we're going to test those ones. Not too many, just a few extras. Go to a different galaxy. But actually, I need to reload because I need to get the eggs back. There are some size experiments going on that are equally as fascinating, where multi-generational size increases are possible, and people are end up with super mega creatures. I don't want to do that. Well, I still don't understand the bloody colours. Right, what do we say? We're going to go shopping. Please walk back. Let's go shopping. I need room for shopping, that's one of the problems. We'll get rid of these because these didn't work. We don't need so many of these because we don't need that many of them. Shouldn't really need these, but I want to keep one stack just for playing with. Right, let's go to a new galaxy and get some different items. Yeah, I don't know who plays Titanfall. I have never played it. I don't even know what the game's about, to be honest. What kind of game is it? I plan to have a break in a while and then have another stream a bit later on. That's my plan today. So I might just do a little bit more shopping and have one round of testing and then take a break. How did I end up going past the space station then? That's a bit weird. In. I hope this has got different items. I didn't really check what system we went to actually. We've done that. The other curious thing is it again just the mid-tier items that are usable, or we have some inconsistencies? So that's another fascination. Oh my god, they've only got 2 things here. Oh, let's forget them. I don't know what that means. Why is there only 2? It's a destitute system, is that why? Let me just check the other shop. The same one. Maybe that was a mistake. Try another system. Let's go to a non-destitute system. I didn't realise that affected it so much. I'm not really paying attention. I'm just going randomly. I'm not going to get all the resources at the moment. Doing too much. I want to have another go. What I wanted to do is to see if they give a different colour than orange. If they all give the same colour, then it doesn't matter. Try this one. Right. Still, after all of this, it's going to be... I still don't know how we ended up making that multicoloured one, and that is the most fascinating one. Okay, Enra Silver. As I said, I'll probably be back on later. I won't be doing this one too much longer. Getting hungry. And my mind is kind of frazzled with all this. Did I just go to the space station? Yeah, I'm buying stuff still, isn't it? Let's see if there's some more of these things. Hopefully something different. Right, this is good. The question is it the mid-tier item or is it any of these items? So I need a little bit of all of them. I don't want to take too many because I don't have that much room. Take 15 of each. Right, let's go see, out of these, I expect 2 of those one will work. If there's any consistency to it, then the only question is, will they give different colour than orange? It looks interesting. Quite a nice ship. I like these wings. I don't like the tail on the top though, and I don't like this back engine. Right, let's go to the Nexus again. Right, so the question is, out of these items, which can we put in the resequencer? And out of the ones we put, do we get any different colour than orange? That is the only kind of question I want to answer right now. Because if we do get different colours, then we're going to have to test them all, so we're going to have to collect all of those different resources. If we get orange again, then maybe they just all give orange. So you'd have to test it to know for sure, but it becomes less interesting. First things first, which resources are able to use? So I've got unrefined pyrite, spark canister, grade battery, ohmic gel. We've got dirt as well, so let's see. Dirt is okay, this is okay, ohmic gel, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, there's 4 of them. 4 of them. Spark canister wasn't there, was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Spark canister missing. Why? Industrial grade battery. Is that there? Is there a spark canister? Is there an industrial grade battery? No. There's 2 things missing again. But I don't know, I don't think they're the expensive ones. Right, so which one do we try? Let's try dirt first of all. The question is, will dirt give us orange creatures, or will we get something completely different? That is the thing to know. If it gives us something different, we're on to something. If it doesn't, I don't know what that means. Oh crap, we don't have enough of them. We need lots of dirt. I need to choose just, yeah, so I'll do him. Oh my god, it takes 13. Ah! Well, I suppose we only need 1 creature to know for sure. So the question is, are these guys orange? Are you orange? You are. Is he orange? Is that red? Is that completely red? No, that's red and orange. What does that mean? Are you game? You... What about this one? No, not this one. This one. Are you orange? Seems a more reddy orange. It's more red than orange. Is that fair to say? They're more red. They're red. It's a different colour. Oh, so they're not the same. Let me try. What other crystals did it give us? Let me try him again. Let's try with this one instead. Hopefully that'll be either completely different colour. Are you red or orange? Or are you something different? Red. That's confusing me. He's not orange, but he's red. So maybe it is that these resources were all from the same space station. Have I got another egg I can do? These ones aren't quite so interesting. Let me reload. We'll do it one more time with different items. Music stopped. Put some music on. Oof. These experiments, they're kind of never ending. You could test so many different things. Right, so I'm going to do exactly the same thing but use different items and see if we still get red. One item I got from somewhere else. Should have paid attention. I'm going to do the horny lashes both with different items and just see. They're the easy ones to see. We use dirt. Let's try omic gel. And let's try the other horny lashes, this one. We used this, we used that one, didn't we? Or was it this one we used? Oh crap, what can we use? Try this one. We've got two horny lashes. Let's see, are they different colours? Are they all red? Moment of truth. Colour. Red again. Very red, proper red. Both red. So I'm wondering if that trade item from that particular system, they're all equal to another. Because we got them all from the same... Two of them we got from a different system though. I don't know what's going on. Try the robot. What if we get a red robot? There is the most powerful word in the world. A-E-E-E. Why is that powerful? Sounds like a robot. Yellow and blue. What eggs do we still have? Try those. Might as well do those ones. When do we try? This one. I don't know. It seems like the items from the same system all act the same as each other, but they are different colours independently. Let's see what colour crystals we get. Try this one. Right, what do we get? Are you red still? You're red. So it's giving red. All of them are giving red. About the robot. No, this is the crystals. Pink. Okay. So conclusion. I don't know, we'll have to test it more, but it seems like a bunch of these resources from the same system give the same colour. But different systems' resources give different colours. Anyway, I'm going to finish up for now, have a break for a bit, think about what we discovered. My mind is kind of frazzled with all this experimenting, to be honest. I'll reload the backup before we started manipulating the eggs again next time. And what we might need to do is just go get more of these resources from every single system and just see if that fits them. So far we've tried 2 separate systems. We had all of them turn out orange or all of them turn out red, even though there's lots of different items. So anyway, I'll see you guys later on. Have a good one.